open the database, you enter your name, that as a username, then you enter the password, then you log in. If you want to change password, this is where you can just click and change your password. So let's log in. That's the welcoming message of the database. Then in my dashboard here, we have 3 buttons. Home is where you can now start managing your exam. We have user is where you can edit, you can save user after adding, you can edit users, you can also delete users, or you can close the form. Then this is only for developer, the person who has developed this database. So let's see what we have in home. So let's click. As you can see here, it's showing me the user here, that's the developer. So in this database, we have subject combination. This is where you create subject combination of your school. In Form 1 and Form 2, in most school, they normally do all the subjects, about 11 of them. But as a student now select, that is what the NEC requires, Form 3 and Form 4, they select some specific subjects. So these specific subjects can be different in a given school. For example, we have those students who do physics, chemistry, and other units. They can do 3 sciences or 2 sciences. So that's the combination I'm talking about here. Then here we have student details. That's where you now register student in the database. Here you can enter student details, class, admission, and so on. Then the next button here, this is where you record exams. For example, we have cut in term 1. In this term 1, you can see we have you can select a class. For example, Form 1 class, which I have some I have added some students here. The group subject, let's say group 1, then you can register those subjects. So if I say, for example, I want to fill the subjects here, then you can see you can easily enter marks. If I want to enter marks for part 2, that is Kiswahili, then you can easily enter marks for the students here. If you enter marks for part 3, this is where you enter marks, and so on. You can also go to, let's say, Form 2, which you can see we are now getting all the students down here. So that is recording exam. If you don't want to record all the student subject by subject, you can go student by double clicking this one. Then as you can see, we have a student. This is Form 1 by the name Anna Joseph. You can see we have her term 1 subjects, which is active here. This is term 1 subjects. You can also go to what are her term 2 subjects and their marks. You can also go to term 3, which let's say they have not done. So that's now a sample. Then you can select other student here, so it's very good. You can either filter by class. For example, I can go to Form 1 alone. These are students in Form 1. You can go to Form 2 alone. These are students for Form 2, or Form 3. Those are students for Form 3. Further, if you have a long list and maybe you want specific student, let's say for example Wangare, then you can just type N, that one start with Wanga, then you search, then you can see it's now going to specific student, that specific student. So that's how you can enter marks in 2 ways. We have also reports. You can now print reports after selecting. For example, term 1 report, In term 1 we have a report for form 1, form 2, form 3, form 4. So if I click, for example, form 1 report, then you can see this is my report, which normally add total automatically as well as mean grade. So that's how you can enter marks. This is dashboard. Dashboard is you just go back to where you have started here. So that's how you so let's go back to home. Subject combination. This is now where you create your subjects combination. For example, let me save this one so that I can start a new one. So I can start a new, let's say class form 3. We have a new combination here. Let's say combination H. So in this combination H, my group 1 subject is always compulsory subjects. As you can see, it automatically fill here. Group 2 subjects can be chemistry, biology, or physics. So if I select my first group, chemistry, you can see it's updating here. Next is maybe biology, updated on the other side. Then physics on the other side. But if I select physics here as my first, then physics will not be available on the top side, so I will have biology. Or if my first here is biology and second one is chemistry, then the last one here is physics. Or if the second one is physics, then the last one here is chemistry. But some school don't do all the subjects. Let's say chemistry and biology, for example. Physics, we can just clear that. So let's go to the sixth. As you can see, we go to six subjects here. Group 3 is normally history, geography, Christian, religious, Hindu, religious. So if you select history here as our sixth, that's our seventh, sixth. Actually it's 6 because we don't have a list here. And the next, let's say history and CRE. Then those are now the subjects in group 3. Group 4, maybe agriculture. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can now save this one, and subject combination save successful. So you say okay, and it clear. So you can see now the list we have added form 3 subjects, and these are the subjects. We can see other combination, but form 1 and form 2, they normally do almost all the subjects. Form 2, that's another a full list of the subjects. Then in case there is a combination you want to delete, you can just remove here. Then let us now close. Then we go to student details. On student details, this is now where you will be adding the student details. For example, let me add one of the students. So I go to new student. Let's say, for example, this student is form 1. Then you can see so far we have form 1s here, but I wanted what I needed new student. So let me go to new student in form 1. Then first name, let's say Geoffrey. Middle name Musa. Then maybe that student doesn't have the last name. Gender, let's say male. Admission, let's say 890. Then that is student details. Then we go to subject details. As you can see, this one we had just field subject, so we don't need to write all the names. Then we go to subject details. Then year of study, 2021, for example. Stream, it can be Form 1 West, for example. Then class, you can see you cannot enter, but we want to add this student to Form 1 class, so you fill out the classes. So we have Form 1 up to Form 4, so I select Form 1. Then subject again now should be a Form 1, so you can see how you can filter. So if I select Form 2 here, then it will give me Form 2 alone. If I select Form 3, then we have several Form 3 according to the combination. If I select Form 4, then we have several combinations also which you have created. But since this is Form 1, then we have only one combination, all of them do the same subject. Then you can see the subjects are now updated: English, Kiswahili, mathematics, chemistry, physics, biology, history, government, geography, agriculture, business, and CRE. Those are the subjects done by most school in Form 1 according to my selection. Then you can see this is our student was Geoffrey Musa, and it's not added. So unless you save here, then this student will not be added. Remember, you can also add a photo. If you add a photo here, then it will automatically come into that system. So let me choose one photo. Let me go to this one. Let's say that's the student, and that's it. But if you don't want, maybe the student doesn't have a photo, you can just remove. Then that's removed successfully. Then let us now save this student. So you can see we have now Geoffrey Musa added with the stream. So if others don't have the stream, you can just edit by going to third student. For example, Mary Acheng, maybe this student belong to stream should be, let's say, West. Then we save. Okay, we have to select the student first, and stream should be West. Then we save. You can see it's now also West. Let's say Philip Chesang is Form 1 East. Then you just save. Then you can also see we have now, you can easily enter the streams. So that's how you can add student. You can go back to, you can delete student here, you can go to subject. Maybe there is subjects you want to correct, so this is where you can do. Or you go home is just this home page. In my next tutorial, I'll show you how you can record exam and print reports.